Intelligence, it's Kayla, and today we're following a 1960s makeup tutorial. So I've been following this channel, Glamour Days, for a while now, and I just realized there's a 1960s makeup tutorial on their channel, which I will link down below that we're going to follow today. We talked about this a little bit in the first video on this channel. I'm kind of weirdly obsessed with the 1960s and 70s. Just my grandparents grew up around them, so you know the music they listened to, plus there's furniture and everything, which some of it I've inherited, or it's been gifted to me. So it's just kind of like, it's my comfort area fashion-wise and style-wise. So I thought, why not? Let's see how they legitimately did here. So this isn't a recreation of, you know, Twiggy makeup or something like that.
Go easy, or the results can become ludicrous. Take advantage of what's there. Accentuate the good points. Minimize the others. Optical illusions can, in many cases, produce the wanted effects. A light base will make the eyes look smaller. A dark base will make them appear larger. Foundation is used as a base for the rest of your makeup. Work the foundation from the center of the face toward the hairline using gentle upward strokes.
Okay, so they're starting with foundation. I'm going to start with the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Foundation in the shade 102. And I'm going to mix that with Neutrogena Skin Clearing Complexion Perfector in Light 20. So the Super Stay is a little full coverage for me, as well as being a little light, and the Neutrogena is a little not coverage enough. That's a word. And while also being a little thin, it's a BB cream essentially. I'm going to combine those with my fingers, and she is just applying with her fingers, which is my preferred method of application. Kind of gross. One thing I don't really like so far is that she's applying it to the center of her face. I have freckles, so I kind of avoid putting makeup on them just because I like them, and also it's the highest point on my face, so why would it be as light as we make it? But that's okay. We're following a tutorial, not Kayla's preferences. And now we're done with foundation. You guys probably hated every single second of that because I was touching my face. It's fine.
Make sure it's blended evenly. Cosmeticians will guide you in your color choice. A foundation with a pink glow will brighten a sallow skin, while a reddish skin can be toned down with a beige foundation. Blot off excess with a tissue.
Okay, so that's interesting. They're blotting off the excess foundation with the tissue. So we can do that. And I have toilet paper because I'm absolute trash, and yeah, that's it. Oh, I have some in my hair. Great. Okay.
If you have disturbed skin, medicated makeups are available. Dark circles under the eyes are often caused by not enough sleep and lack of iron.
Probably both for me.
To cover them up, use a foundation 2 or 3 tones lighter than your base, or a highlighting cream.
So instead of using concealer, they are using a lighter foundation. So I'm just going to go back in with the Super Stay and put a little bit under my eyes. And again, I don't know, I look funny. I think I look funny with concealer under my eyes, so I don't wear this either. So I may not like how this looks in the end. We shall find out. And I'm going in my ring finger because that's the most delicate finger.
Blush is applied to give cheeks a quiet glow. A good one rule to follow is never let blush come nearer the nose than an imaginary line dropped vertically from the center of the eye. Blush should be applied from the center of the cheek outward and up into the temples. Blushes can also be used for contouring. Example, a tone 3 shades darker than the foundation can be used to point up a cheekbone or diminish a wide jaw.
Okay, so we are going in with Maybelline Fit Me mascara, blush in 25, and she kind of uses this as a contour. We're going straight in with powder right after cream, which most people don't do, but I actually do that. I find that it blends better. So she's going all the way up her cheekbone like this, kind of like a mix between bronzer and blush. She's going down, and then she also did a weird motion down here, as well as going along the jawline. And I've never worn this much blush in my life, but that's okay. Okay.
Powder sets and blends your makeup. The simplest powder to use is a colorless, translucent one. Pat on liberally. A tuft of cotton that can be thrown away is the best powder puff to use.
Okay, so we are going in with Coty Airspun Translucent Extra Coverage powder, and this was actually made in 1935. My grandmother actually used to use this, so it was used around here too. And they're just going in with like a cotton ball, which is interesting. So we're gonna go in, and she said apply liberally, so I guess a lot. Yeah, so we're just gonna pack it on there. Oh, this is a lot of powder. Now that we're covered in powder, let's see what's next.
Wait for the powder to set. Then, with another
This is kind of like
powder
baking,
puff,
I think.
brush away excess with downward strokes.
Alright, so we're going to go in with another powder puff, and I'm assuming this is kind of like baking that we do now. So she said wait for it to set, and then while wiping off the excess with another powder puff. Okay, that gets rid of a lot of the powder. So again, kind of like baking. The cotton swabs seem a little wasteful, but I guess it's pretty sanitary and you're not going to get your skin all messed up. It's all powdery still. I think it's interesting that they said to wipe down with downward strokes, because a lot of beauty tips you hear is to wipe upward just so you don't cause wrinkles. So that's kind of cool, kind of interesting. And it might just be this tutorial. You know, there's a million tutorials on YouTube. Not everybody probably did their makeup like this.
Eyebrows frame the eye and focus interest on them. They are also important in the shaping of the nose. Pointed eyebrows can make a nose seem longer. To remove straggly brows, lubricate them with Vaseline or baby oil and pluck with tweezers.
So we are going to go in with Vaseline on the eyebrows, which I actually used to do. I used to put Vaseline on my eyebrows and my eyelashes every night. Just because I felt like they were dried out from being covered all day. I don't do that as much anymore, but I have done this. This just seems a little shiny for, you know, everyday wear. And the oil is kind of working to remove the foundation we just applied, which is a little peculiar, but to each their own. And then, yeah, So she talks about plucking the eyebrows, which I'm anti-plucking eyebrows because my eyebrows look weird when I pluck them because I overpluck and then it looks like the 1990s. So, no.
Never pluck eyebrows further than the line, even with the inside corner of your eye. Other plucking should be done under the brow and never above it. The color of your eyebrow pencil should be as close as possible to your natural color. Only the darkest brunettes should use a black pencil. The highest point of the arch should be a straight line from the outer edge of the iris. The tapered end of the brow should form a straight line past the outer corner of the eye to the side of the nostril.
Okay, so we're gonna go in with e.l.f.'s brow pencil in Taupe. This eyebrow pencil is slept on. It's actually great. It's a little thick, but I don't mind. So we're gonna follow their rules. So she said from the outside, this line should extend out, which is basically where my natural brow ends. I also find it kind of weird that we put the Vaseline on before the eyebrow pencil. Okay.
Blend pencil strokes into your brow with a clean mascara brush.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go in, I guess with the spoolie. I don't have a clean mascara brush, so I'm just gonna use a spoolie that's on the other end of the brush. It'll work the same, looks the same, or close enough. See, I do like the Vaseline, it feels a little gooey, and it feels like it's not gonna dry down, I guess, and it's a little shiny. One thing that is cool is in like old Hollywood, they used to set their eyebrows by wetting a spoolie and rubbing it on a bar of soap and then using that to set the eyebrows. So I wonder why they changed the Vaseline here. Or if that was just, you know, a movie trick and this is everyday makeup.
Mascara applied to lashes would complete the well-groomed eye and is sufficient eye makeup for the early teens.
I'm an adult though.
However, if you wish to give more attention to the eye, you may use the following procedure. A lid highlight with a creamy pale shade is flattering to most eyes.
So she's using, looks like a cream eyeshadow. Okay, I guess I'll use this. So this is an Ulta Beauty highlighting stick, color stick, in Pinky Dust. So she's just applying it with her fingers, and I guess I'll do the same. It's a similar color, I guess it'll do. I normally don't wear eyeshadow on a daily basis, so this will be different for me. Actually very pretty. I like it. Never thought of doing this, but I guess highlighter and eyeshadow isn't too different. Okay, on the lids, it's sparkly, it's shimmery, which if you look back, 60s makeup is pretty shimmery, so I'll go with that.
Never wear bright, obvious evening colors.
Keep it natural, ladies. And gents.
For contour and emphasis, a taupe or brown shade is placed into the lid crease and just above the lid.
Okay, so kind of like like makeup now. We're gonna define the lid with the brown color. Okay. I'm gonna go into the Morphe 35V palette and use the shade, let's see, what do I use? We'll use the shade Risque to go into the lash, and I'm gonna use a Real Techniques brush. That looks nice. I like it. This is very simple too. Looks like there's a lot of shading and stuff, but this looks good, I think. Okay.
For protruding eyes, a dark shadow on the lid will make eyes seem less prominent. For deep-set eyes, a white or very light shade on the lid will make the eyes seem more prominent. The three pairs of eyes are exactly the same distance apart. These eyes seem to be closer. The effect was achieved by concentrating the shadow towards the nose and by bringing the eyebrows closer together.
Makeup tips?
Here, the illusion of widely spaced eyes is created by placing the shadow and brows outward and far apart. A gleam of pearly white or beige on the bone just beneath the brow emphasizes the bone structure.
Okay, so again, more eyeshadow. Let me get this palette back out. She's in a pearly white, so we're gonna go in with Knockout, and again she goes in on her fingers, so I'll do the same. And it goes right under the brow. Oof, she's a little bright. I'm sure this is more pigmented than what they had back then, but that's okay. We'll blend it out with our other finger. Okay. We see you, 1960s.
Eyeliner is used to make the lashes seem longer. There should be no hard, obvious line. Apply as close to the lashes as possible, and remember, black can only be worn by girls with very black hair. A flattering shade for blondes or brunettes, as black adds harshness to the eye.
Okay, so she is going in with a brown eyeliner, and it's kind of a liquid out of a pot, and I don't have a brown gel liner. So the only thing that I have close is this Kayla eyeliner pen in brown that I got in my Ipsy Glam bag a few months ago. So we'll go ahead and put that on. Should just put a little bit right close to the lash line, so we'll do the same.
Mascara makes lashes look longer and fuller. Incidentally, no amount of eye makeup will help if your eyes are drowsy and lackluster. To be wide-eyed and alert, a full measure of sleep is necessary. The right food definitely relates to the clearness and sparkle of your eyes. Vitamin A and plenty of water are essential for this.
Okay, so she's going with mascara and preaching about health and nutrition, which I agree with. Going into PT, exercise, what you eat, what you put in your body really reflects on the skin. So there we go. So I'm going in with Tarte Man Eater mascara. because I think the brush is the, you know, the most similar to the one she's using that I own. Okay.
After the mascara, separate the lashes with a clean brush. The generally accepted
Clean brush. Okay. I'm going to use this CoverGirl Clump Crusher Extensions mascara because it's kind of almost empty, but it doesn't. This doesn't like clump, so it's closest I have to a clean mascara one. They use a lot of disposable stuff, then kind of wasteful.
age for wearing lipstick is about 14. A subtle color is the most becoming. To apply lipstick, prop your elbows firmly on the table, supporting the chin with one hand, while steadying the action with your drawing hand. Start from the center of the upper lip, drawing a smooth curve to the outer corner. On the lower lip, start at the corner and come to the center with a brush laid flat. Fill in with the brush or the lipstick itself. Blot the excess.
Okay, so we are gonna go in with a lipstick and the one that's similar to hers. Alright, I'm gonna use Milani Matte Dreamy and a lip brush. I don't really apply the lipstick with a brush, but we'll see what happens. It looks kind of like a lip liner, which is probably more frugal anyway. So we're gonna apply it the way she did. Starting the cute bow. Okay. Look a little funny, so let's fill it in. That actually worked really well. Huh. Again, the 60s knows what's happening. Okay. And then they said to blot the excess, so I'm going to go back in with toilet paper and blot the excess. Okay.
For a softer, smoother look, apply a lip gloss. Remember, lips need protection as well as the skin. If you prefer not to wear a lipstick, do wear a lip gloss. Lip shapes can be...
So I'm going to go ahead and put on lip gloss. This is a State Lip Icing. It smells like icing. It's really weird. Good.
be changed. For example, thin lips can be corrected by overpainting. Thick lips can be narrowed by covering them with base, then using color only toward the inside of the lips. Too wide lips can be made less obvious by covering the outer corners with base. Skin blemishes cannot be entirely avoided by most young girls. Makeup can conceal them, but a healthy diet and cleanliness can often prevent them. Most important, never pick or squeeze a blemish. It makes matters worse.
So now we're using concealer on top of powder. It's fine, you know. So I'm using the CoverGirl Cover Stick in Ivory. It's the closest thing I have to what she's using. I actually like this. This is kind of, you know, it's not tart shaped tape or something. And I don't have too much acne right now, but we'll cover little spots. Okay. You know, that's not working half bad. Maybe we should just go back to vintage beauty tips because it's working quite well. this is me following a 1960s makeup tutorial. It says it's from 1969, so you know, right in that era where I like the vibes. I hate the word vibes, but I like the vibes. What I do like the eyes a lot. I like the lip techniques. It's a little powdery for my liking, as well as covering up my freckles. But yeah, this is a 1960s makeup look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Join in next week and watch Hannah's video coming up later this week. Bye guys. So I just wanted to add here at the end that I did look up on YouTube to see if anybody else had done this, and there is a YouTuber named Loopsie, Loepsie, I want to say. I'll link her down in the doobly-doo. She's from the Netherlands, and she did follow the same exact makeup tutorial, so I want to give her credit where credit's due. And yeah, I'll also link the channel that I found the tutorial on. Thank you guys for watching.